here to dedicate some facilities, one of which is a domestic violence facility that we believe will protect our most vulnerable citizens. That's important to us, always has been, and we believe that at this point in time we're giving this issue the importance it deserves.
I can tell you 30 months ago, Assistant Chief Redcorn and Libby Gray and I were visiting all morning about what resources does the Osage Nation have and what do we not have. And in that discussion, Libby was talking about the domestic violence shelter need here. And Assistant Chief Redcorn, he understands about the lands. He understands about the land that we have. And believe it or not, when we got into this office, people didn't know we had this land. We found it on the maps. And we've owned it for 20 years. So with Libby and Raymond, we got together and looked at our budgets, and we found that Nahasda federal money had been unspent, and we had the opportunity to reprogram those funds. And at that time, we knew we had the money, but then we had to go through a very complicated process. And this is where Joe Freeman comes in with his expertise in working with HUD and working with the Osage, and reprogrammed $800,000 of federal funds to be used for the new domestic violence shelter and the PRT building, which is for the women, where the men of the PRT will be in Barnesville.
This is a project that is well needed in Osage County, well needed by the tribe and non-tribal members. As we face domestic violence across the county and across the nation, facilities like this provide a safe refuge away from the harm and the trauma that they've experienced. And it's a wonderful job that the tribe's done, Standing Bearer and Assistant Chief and the other members, to get this started and to have it go.
This is a tremendous step forward. This is something that is more needed than probably a lot of people realize, except for the people that work with us on a daily basis. Domestic abuse is a huge problem, and not just through the shelter, but also through the counseling and the attorney and representation that these people go through is such a huge help to the county and to law enforcement in general. I mean, as an officer, when you roll up into a bad situation where somebody has been abused and you have the resources to hook them up with the people that will get them to a safe place, and not just a safe place, but also give them the additional support that you give them is unmeasurable.
There's no prison on earth like the four walls of a woman's home when she's being battered. These women are prisoners in plain sight. They walk down the street every day, they're still prisoners. Building this shelter, you're preventing so much by ending the cycle of abuse. Providing alternatives to the street. Bringing an end to the psychological damage being inflicted on her and her children. And then preventing a homicide. You're also providing one of the most elusive commodities an abused woman needs. Hope. As simple as that. Hope. It all starts with a safe place. And everything starts from here.
Regrettably, Oklahoma once again ranks in the top 10 nationally for women killed by men and single victim, single offender incidents. Today, Oklahoma ranks 6th in the nation for women murdered by men. They did a study that spanned 15 years, and it showed that 95 to 98% of the homicide victims due to domestic violence didn't receive services from the domestic violence program. And that's why this shelter is so important. And not even just the shelter, but our whole department and the work that we do. It's critical to the health and well-being of the women of Osage County and all of our Wajaji Wakom, because we know that Native women get abused at double the rate of anyone else. It's so far beyond what any other ethnicity experiences. And so we have to be strong in our work, and we can't be afraid. Our volunteers and our donors and our advocates, when you hear these numbers every day, you know how important your work is. Every day when you get in your car to come to work, you know what you're facing, you know what you're walking into, and I appreciate you for coming in anyway. Over the past 6 months, we've been battling and hopefully put to rest some misconceptions about our department. Our department serves all victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, teen dating violence, and human sex trafficking, regardless of ethnicity. They thought we only served Osages. We serve anyone who needs our help. We're going to be expanding more deeply into sexual assault services and human trafficking services. Those services have always been listed among what we do, but we haven't ever really focused on them. Usually when a domestic violence client comes in, we find out something else happened and then we address it. But we haven't actively sought out these people to help them, and that's going to be changing now. This new shelter and the beautiful land that surrounds it is going to provide our guests with a secure and comforting environment where they have the time and the space they need to truly heal. Not just to hide for 30 days. They need to heal. And that's going to take some time. We're planning a garden area, meditation areas, and even areas for traditional Native American healing practices. We'll be working very hard to triple the amount of services that we're giving to our small shelter guests, the children that come in with their moms. We don't want them to grow up to be either a victim or an abuser. And so the children have healing to do too. And finally, we're going to have some kennel space, because the pets get hurt when you leave. And some moms who have grown kids, they won't leave without their pets, so we're going to fix that too. That'll be interesting when winter gets here again. So this new shelter is providing us with so many opportunities to do more than ensure success to our victims, but we want the victims that walk through the door to walk out the door survivors.
Thank you.